Guys, it's so beautiful out here that I'd rather spare you my intro and just let you enjoy the view. I'll see you up there. Waiting for us in this heaven is Giulia, and she's going to talk to us about how to select the proper glass to enjoy our Sagrantino and Montefalco Rosso as they should be. So, okay. Giulia,
hello.
What are we drinking and why from this specific glass?
So I pour you the Montefalco Rosso from 2019, and I pour the Montefalco Rosso inside our Bordeaux glasses. It's the perfect glass in order to have a better tasting of this wine. This bowl is a little bit higher compared to the other glass that we have next to us, okay? And this way, the aromas stays more inside these glasses, and you will actually feel all the flavors and aromas of the Montefalco Rosso. The fruitness.
The fruitness of Montefalco Rosso.
As you know, the Montefalco Rosso is composed of 3 grapes. You have 70% of Sangiovese, 15% of Merlot, and 15% of Sagrantino. So here you start to feel the Sagrantino grapes, and we can say it's a beautiful expression of our terroir. And this glass can give you a perfect experience.
I want to experience it.
Yeah, we should do that, cheers.
And I want to share that experience with you, my friends. Look how beautiful this glass is.
I'm actually curious what you think about this wine inside this glass.
It's a great question. This glass, I mean, it's a beautiful glass and it serves the wine right away. Not that Arnaldo Caprai needs a glass to serve the wine, but it's just a wonderful experience to drink the Montefalco Rosso in this glass.
We can look at the glass as a wine tool, and this wine tool can unlock the flavors and aromas and feeling of the wine, so you will have the perfect experience.
I'm excited.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to Montefalco. So I brought you the Val di Maggio, 100% Sagrantino. This is a Burgundy glass. This glass gives you the chance to have a better view of all the complexity of the wine, of the Sagrantino. Sagrantino, as you know, is a complex wine. Powerful wine, full of tannins, and needs a little bit of the oxygen that goes inside the glass.
So the larger volume of the glass, the more surface allows the oxygen in the glass to interact with the wine and enhance your experience of Sagrantino.
Will give you the perfect experience of a tasting.
I can't wait. It's an amazing wine. It's also an amazing experience. I tell you what, I think the wine itself and the glass kind of make a perfect marriage.
Oh, yes.
It's just, together they work better than
They work in harmony.
they do.
Yeah.
What happens if you drink it from any other glass?
Any other glass? I think that you won't have a perfect experience of the wine. You won't.
What do you lose?
You will lose a lot of flavors and also some balsamic note at the end.
It's really, I think if you drink the same wine from just any glass, you wouldn't get the same sort of experience.
No, you are going to lose something. Of course, we are talking about details. Okay.
Well, we expect, all the details to be sorted out from here. This is like the home of Sagrantino. So, would it be right to say, if you spend on your wine, don't cheap out on the glass?
Yeah. Cheers.
It's my no intro day. Let's just get straight to the point. You fresh from the States, right?
Yes,
Well, tell us the story.
I came back. I moved back to Umbria last year after 12 years that I lived in the U.S.
12 years. What made you go to the States?
I wanted to work at the winery at Terre de Trinci, but I didn't know any English. So
Right.
my dad said, before I hire you, you need to learn English. So he sent me over to Phoenix in July. July and August was quite
July
hot.
in Phoenix.
Yes,
Good luck.
exactly. And then I started working with my dad for about 8 years. And then one day we were hosting a group of restaurant owners in Bevagna, right there. And they were traveling to Italy, and the president of our importer was with them. And during lunch, he asked me, why don't you come over to Phoenix for a couple of months? And so I did. I went for 2 months, and then I stayed for 12 years.
So here's the big question, all right, the elephant in the room. Sagrantino in America. Tell me about it. I don't know.
Sagrantino in America, there is a lot of work to do. And
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but let's do some justice to the American wine here, because people, when I travel around Italy, they go, "What? Americans make wine?" Yeah, I think so.
They do.
And they make wine in all 50 states.
They
That was
do,
surprising
even in
to me.
Arizona.
Yeah,
In Arizona.
even in Alaska. I was like, you're kidding? No, apparently that's so.
Yeah, I mean, we need to learn a lot from, I think we need to learn from everybody, but from them I was impressed by the hospitality, the whole experience. From the time that you step into the winery and the experience that you...
Is that so? Because I'm impressed here.
You are?
I am.
Thank
I
you.
love it here.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-oh.
What do you think it will take for the American wines to make it to Italy?
That's a great question. I think that Italy is going to be a very tough market because in Italy we have so many grapes, so many indigenous grapes, and every region is so tied to that. So it's even hard to drink a Barolo in Umbria or a Brunello in Umbria.
Because guys, this is how it works here, all right? Italians don't really even care about French wines, okay, let alone American wines. That's just the reality of it, okay? Also, in Lazio, which is not exactly the great wine producing region, they drink Lazio wines. Forget about Barolo, Barbaresco, whatever. Lazio, they drink Lazio wines.
So it's going to be hard, but I also think that there are some incredible wineries in the US. Those wines are quite expensive, but I think there is always room for everybody. So I'm sure there are some American wine lovers in Italy or people that love wine and want to try something different. Maybe one day I will work for an American winery and take care of an Italian market. So who knows? So I was extremely lucky to go see a lot of American wineries, but still my heart is here.
I can see why.
Yeah. So we have a Bevagna just in front of us, and behind on the bottom of Subasio Mountain we have Spello.
So
Right
Bevagna
there.
is
Bevagna,
that.
the closest
Spello is that thing over there.
Exactly. Then
Assisi.
on the left, Behind the tree, you can see Assisi with the basilica on the far left. And Montefalco on your right, down there, you can see the water tower.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of work to do. What sort of work? Let's just say you go to the States, you talk to people in the street about some Italian wine, Sagrantino.
And
Yeah,
right, I mean, they don't even know where Umbria is. So I think
All right.
before we start to sell or to talk about Sagrantino, I believe we should start talking about our territory. We need to explain consumers where Umbria is and what Umbria is all about. We know Tuscany, we know Bordeaux, we know Champagne, but if you ask people to name 10 wineries of Champagne, of Bordeaux, they don't know, but they know the area.
So Sagrantino is not very famous yet
No.
in the States. What about, do you think people have taste for it? Do you think they can appreciate it? Because Sagrantino is no easy wine, all right?
No, it's not.
It's a special thing, and I really think you should give it a try. Find it somewhere and give it a try. It's a special wine, all right?
Yes.
But are people ready for it?
They're ready to discover something new, and you know, people are getting tired of the same wines from Tuscany and Piedmont and Veneto. So I think Umbria now, it's the new thing. I mean, Sagrantino, as you know, has a very strong tannins. But sometimes, even us as producers, we were going around the world and presenting Sagrantino as a mustard tannic wine. If I tell you this wine is good, yeah, I mean, you don't really get people inviting to taste the wine. It's like, oh, it's too dry, I don't want to do it. So
No, I don't think so. Would it be right to say, if you can handle Zinfandel, you can probably handle Sagrantino?
yes and no.
Oh, tell me about the no. I want to know.
I think Zinfandel is more extracted than fruity. Sagrantino has a little bit more tannins, but more balance in the body of the wine. And I really recommend also to go find, which is going to be even harder than find a Sagrantino, to find a Sagrantino Passito, which is the original Sagrantino. So before Sagrantino was only Passito. Passito means dry, so the harvest was in October. And then the grape were dry until December. And for Easter, tradition wants that for Easter we drink our Passito with roasted lamb.
And pizza, which is not pizza.
La pizza di Pasqua, yeah,
Pizza
the
di
Easter
Pasqua,
Easter pizza
It's
with cheese.
More like
a
is it
cake, like toll,
really?
yeah.
It's not just called pizza, but it's not pizza.
Yes.
Yeah. I think if you're only gonna come to Umbria for Montefalco Rosso, Sagrantino, and Sagrantino Passito, with all the food that goes with it, it's worth the trip.
Absolutely. And we also have some great whites as well.
Yeah.
Buono.